Hey everyone, Vince here. I wanted to make a video on the things I've picked up game related wise over the last about a month. Um, some of this stuff I ended up just taking my box of extras to a toy convention that came about 3 weeks ago, and a toy shop local to my buddy Jeff and Edward that they both go to, and they had a really good selection. I really need to go over there and talk with the guys to see if I can do maybe a video showcasing the place, so that way, people who are not in the know where it's at and can go check it out, and they can find some really good deals. I sure as hell did. But anyway, yeah, I took my box of games I had that I was trying to see if anybody wanted to purchase in my Discord. That way I can, if I had anything they needed, they could have got it for me and I would have shipped it to them. But no one really took a bite on any of that stuff. So I was like, well, might as well just go take it to this convention and to that game shop to see what I can get. So the first thing I did was there was a booth at the convention, and this is a convention that one of my buddies runs. And I met through my best friend Josh, and it is the Gulf Coast Toy Show. I believe these are twice a year. I don't remember if they are or not, and it's bad on me because I don't get to make them all the time. I try to make the one in October if I'm not going to my buddy Rob's for the toy meetup we do quarterly. Um, but I was able to go this year, and it was really nice being able just to look at toys that like I couldn't find, and I kind of had limited funds, so I didn't want to like go crazy. But when I found this dude, he had like tons of stuff. He had stuff from um, NES, Famicom, GameCube, PlayStation, all this stuff, and a lot of his things were imported, which was pretty nice. So I was so very surprised to see Famicom Disk System games and things. And I know that I reached out to Jose, but he was busy, so he didn't get my call. But man, there was some good stuff there. I asked the guy, I said, "Hey, do you take trades?" And he goes, "Yeah, just bring in me what you got. We'll look at it, get a price for it, and then you can see what you want." That's what we did. I traded in some DS games, 3DS games, some Super Nintendo games, and I was able to get these two items from the stuff that I traded, which was good because I actually got quarter, I mean, or about, well, not a quarter, about a third of what I wanted from at least a whole lot of games I had. And that first game was, of course, was Final Fantasy 3, which I have this on PlayStation. I used to have this on Super Nintendo. I have so many ways of playing this between either Final Fantasy 3, the Super Nintendo version, or 6. This is basically complete. The only thing that's missing is the poster, this one. It has the map in here. It has the inserts. It has the instruction manual. The card is really good. It's got some wear on the case and stuff, which I don't mind too much at all. To be expected for what this was 94, so you're looking at a almost 30-year-old game here. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. This is right next to my Chrono Trigger. But yeah, I love Final Fantasy 3. It's definitely in my top 10 of favorite games of all time. The other game I got, and that is Castlevania. They resealed it. It is complete. You can tell where the seal was broken there, so it wasn't a brand new copy, but really nice. Really happy to have this in my collection. I don't have a player. I eventually will try to get it one, but yeah, I mean, I love Castlevania. I love Konami at the time. Definitely right up my alley because it's someone I played with my dad. But yeah, that was really cool. Next up, I went to another booth, which happened to be run by my buddy Chris Foreman. He's an artist. He had a bunch of stuff that he had there for sale. I saw some NES titles on there. He had quite a few stuff there that I was very interested in, and I might actually reach out to him to see if he still has that stuff to try to fill in. I mean, I would love to be able to have a complete set for the NES. It's not my favorite console, but I do have fond memories of it, and a lot of these games I played with my dad. So there's a lot more nostalgia there. But he had two games on his table that I didn't have in my collection, and I got them both for 30. Uh, First one is Dino Wars, which I never played before, but it looked cool. Robots fighting dinosaurs. So it's something I'll definitely give a try. Thanks, Jason K, for donating your game here or selling off your stuff. The other one was Image Fight. I've never played that either, but you got this cool futuristic Robocop looking dude on the cover here with a spaceship um, by Irem. Looks cool. I'll give it a try. Of course, another game from this guy Jason's collection. um, Next up, I happened to find a booth that was giving games, and everything was 50% off mark price. So I ended up getting both of these for $10 together total. One of them was Lunar Pool. And then the other one I do have, but it was like I was trying to get something extra. Million Secret Castle. Or Milon Secret Castle. I always enjoyed this game as a kid, so it was nice to have a copy. And if it's better than the one I have, I will switch it out. But the only thing I see that's kind of a blemish on it is it's like the label starting to come up on it. So those were the only pickups I got at the convention. I didn't even pick up any toys because me trying to kind of dial down a little bit on what I've been picking up lately. Just because we got some stuff we need to do on the house, and if we want to move, because we definitely have outgrown this home. We definitely would love to be able to find something bigger for expanding the family and things like that. But it's a long ways away. So after the convention, we went to Red Robin, had a burger and unlimited floats. So it was really nice. We did this actually last year, so it was really cool to be able to do it again. And then we went to a place called Movies Games Galore. They're off of Red Bluff, Pasadena area, and Houston, Texas, or Pasadena, Texas. Really cool shop. They had a lot of movies and figures and tons of video games. They had like a lot of good stuff in glass cases. And I took what was left of what I had in my box that I needed to just get rid of and traded it in. And I was able to get like almost $800. And I was like, sweet. So with that and what the guy traded me for the other stuff, I got a little more than what I had expected, as far as, or at least what I wanted for the value wise. But so I wanted to show you what that stuff was. I definitely want to go back to that place, like I said, and try to record it, archive it so people know where it's at, and they see something they want and they're in the local area, they can go check them out, or maybe contact them online. I think they told me that they do stuff on Instagram as well. So like if anytime they get anything new in, they post in there, and then people can reach out and say, hey, we want this, and they'll hold it for them, and they go in and they will get it. So it's a really cool shop. The guys that were there were really awesome. Very pleasurable experience. So I ended up getting about 8 games, and I still had about a little over almost $100 left over. I'm gonna go back there. No, it's probably a little bit less than that. Maybe almost $60. But I'm gonna go back there, and probably this next weekend I got more stuff that I need to like just get rid of. Just a bunch of duplicate stuff, like from the PlayStation, PS2. I think I have a few Dreamcast games and some other stuff that I just need to get rid of. That's just taking up space. It was always nice to be able to have this stuff, is just in case like any one of my friends need any of it, or as a backup if any of my stuff gets damaged. But I need to get rid of it. I need to clear up some space. So the first of the games I picked up was Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury for the Game Boy Advance. I used to have this back in the day. I got rid of it. I kind of regretted it. But this is a really good action RPG trilogy for Dragon Ball. Um, this is the third one. Uh, Very fun game. I'd highly recommend it. It covers from the end of the Cell Saga all the way to the where they fight Kid Buu and the series ends. But definitely really cool. Let me kind of move the bigger titles towards the end here. I picked up another game that I didn't have for my NES, and that is Heavy Shredding. Very 80s style there with the colors, the bright pink and the yellow. Never played it, but definitely happy to have it in my collection. The other one I picked up was Solar Jetman, I think. Yeah. Never played this one either, but it was a pretty cheap game. Definitely something I didn't have in my collection. All right. Now, these next three, I ended up getting Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo. It is only missing the manual. I will definitely look for a copy of that to throw in here so it'll be complete. But really nice to be able to have this box. This is one I enjoyed a lot on the Super Nintendo, especially with the whole top down. And then when you were going inside the buildings and everything, you would have like a Doom style fighting raptors and other dinosaurs and stuff. Really cool. I guess it actually was just raptors and Dilophosaurus, I think, inside. Next was something I definitely wanted to start kind of getting, and I wish I kind of did back in the day, because I actually have these cart only, but I don't have them complete, and the first one I got was Super Star Wars. I love this game. Would play it all the time. I know it's very hard, but I played it and beat it multiple times, and after a point in time, like, I don't know what you guys, but the debug code was great, so I could just do whatever. Because, I mean, once you beat the game, it's like you don't have to abide by the rules of how a game should be played. Blasphemy, right? You know, you should be able to have fun with the game. Love it. Love this game. Love the soundtrack. Can't wait to be able to get Super Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi complete like this, because these are some of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. Next up, of course, was, I know Omega Ace was playing this, Jose, and that is Eternal Darkness. I used to have this back in the day. I remember going to Walmart and picking it up at like 11 at night. And this is back in the day whenever you would go to Walmart and they would have the electronics section closed off, and you actually had to go get an associate to go in to grab the game for you. Loved it. I finished it twice. I was halfway through the third scenario to fight the final Eldritch God Cthulhu type monster to be able to get the true ending. Never finished it, so I do have my memory card save. I'm gonna probably pop this in at some point so I can finish it, but it's definitely one of the ones I regret not having. But yeah, Eternal Darkness definitely needs a sequel. It'd be kind of cool. Next game I got, I was very happy with, because we used to have it, and I gave the case and manual to my buddy because there's some funny things about the manual, and that is the long box version for Resident Evil. No broken tabs or anything on the case or anything. There's a little bit of wear and tear. The manual's pretty good. There's a few scratches on the game, but that's no problem. It plays. I actually need to sit down and play through this again, just to make sure nothing's wrong with it. But definitely Resident Evil, fantastic game. I remember I beat this before my dad did. My sister called my dad, and I kind of got in trouble because I did it, but it's like, I didn't play his game. I played through mine. But like, my dad loves horror games, loves the Resident Evil. This was one that he was looking forward to whenever we would get the magazines, you know, Game Informer and EGM. We were looking for this, and when we found it, was able to rent it at Hollywood Video. That's what we did until we actually got a copy. But yeah, happy to have this. Last of the things I picked up over there and this is probably the thing that took a lot of the big chunk out of what I got. And I'm actually really happy to have this in my collection. I need to get the second one, but here you go, folks. Mega Man X3. Uh, the board's really good. They did check it for me. It's real. I haven't had a chance to pop it in, but I've played through this game multiple times. And this will go back to my Mega Man X1 and 4. Hopefully I'll be able to get X2 at some point, but definitely awesome to have. The last few games are just some modern stuff I picked up, and one of them I don't have a physical copy. I ended up getting the digital copy version for is Spider-Man 2. Fantastic game. Enjoyed it. Platinumed it. Waiting for the DLC stuff to come out. It's definitely going to be probably my game of the year next to Sea of Stars. And I'm looking forward to what they do with the third game. I'm kind of iffy on the fact of having Miles be the main character, because they set up some stuff in the game that has to have Peter be involved. Because I was really kind of looking forward to maybe having the game start off with Peter and Mary Jane getting married, kind of reference from the original Marvel comics. And then, but they set up some villains that are going to be really nice to be able to see in a video game, and I'd love to see how they're going to play. That same day I got Spider-Man. Of course, I got Mario Wonder for my wife. I haven't yet played it. I'm going to. It looks fun. I just can't get my wife or son to let me grab the cart to be able to play it, because they're playing it nonstop. Looks fun, and I definitely want to play a new Mario game. Last two games, I had pre-ordered this from Best Buy. Of course, is the limited run, I believe, release of it, or at least they helped distribute it, and that is Mr. Gimmick. Never played this, never played the original at all. It looks fun. I've watched people play it, so I'll be able to have this on my PlayStation 4 just to be able to at least play it without having to buy it imported wise. I'm down. Let's go for it. Plus, it looks like Kirby, so I mean, this is right up my son's alley. He's a big Kirby fan, and I showed him the trailer for it, and he was like, "Man, this looks awesome." So definitely looking forward to play that. And lastly, of course, if you guys watched me on Thursday, I did play this on my stream. I am loving the hell out of it. It takes me right back to when RoboCop came out. And of course, that is RoboCop Rogue City. This is a great game. The problem is there is a lot of glitches. There is times where you're in combat, and I've actually had it crash on me 4 times during the same combat sequence. Some of the dialogue doesn't play when some people are talking, or their lips don't match what's going on. There's been times where I'm in a puzzle and things don't activate like they're supposed to. I definitely think this is stuff that could be polished through patches, because it's a great game. Getting to have Peter Weller come back to do the voice, and just the likeness that they pulled from a lot of the actors that were originally in the films, is a labor of love. I'm hoping I'm going to finish this week, because I know I'm going to pick up Alan Wake 2 on Thursday. It's probably what I'll actually be streaming Thursday instead of this, because I'm probably going to finish this offline. Just because I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. That's what I did with Spider-Man. I played the first couple hours on 2 streams, and when I got to where there was some really heavy story beats that, if you're going to play the game, I'd like you to experience it, not through watching me play it. I mean, let me give you a taste of it and maybe be the one that persuades you to get the game. But this is fantastic, other than those glitches. I mean, the things that are definitely could be fixed with some patches. And I hope they do. But great. The sound effects, the music, it's just like literally you're playing the original movies. And as far as I know, this takes place after RoboCop 2. Um, so yeah, definitely really cool. You should check it out. You should get it. We should support these developers that are making these cool games, because they did this developer did the RoboCop one. I know they did the Rambo one. Actually, while I was playing this, I would love to see either a Beverly Hills Cop game made by the same developer, or have a RoboCop versus Terminator game. Since they've already got the assets for both, it'd be pretty cool to see a sequel or a remake. But yeah, guys, that's about all I got when the last four weeks or so. There's definitely some toy stuff that I'm going to be putting out, and then I'm waiting for Black Friday, because there's still quite a few games I still haven't gotten, like Dead Island 2, and let me see, we got Mario RPG coming out this week, and oh man, there's just so much. I haven't even got the Metal Gear Collection, which I know is hit and miss, but it's Metal Gear and I'm a fan. I can't help it. But yeah, there's some really good stuff coming down the pike that I really want to play or get. And hopefully after I go this next weekend to the place, that retro game shop, I can have another video, guys, for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Everyone have a great week, and I'll catch you later.